Hi friends, good morning. I am continuing the research part. I will explain to you about the non-probability sampling method, and this method also is used by some of the researchers. So depending upon like the type of the research what we are using, we can go for non-probability also, nothing wrong in it. But normally it is a little biased method only. We are not taking into consideration the entire population. Okay, but whatever, we are also following this method just to have a look at that this PPT where I have given you the four methods: judgment sampling, snowball sampling, and quota sampling, and convenience sampling. Now let me explain to you what is meant by judgment sampling. In the case of judgment sampling, both the researcher as well as the respondent should have the knowledge related to that. Something regarding technology we are discussing. Let us assume I am writing an article about ethical hacking. So ethical hacking means this everybody will not be aware of this topic. So in that case, as a researcher, I should have good knowledge in this topic as well. When I am going to select the respondents, they should also have knowledge about this ethical hacking. Only then the information what they are giving and can be used for analysis. Okay, I think you can understand my concept. So that is what is called as judgment sampling. And the second one, it is called as quota sampling, where you are taking into account one particular age group. For example, maybe a new product is introduced by a cosmetic company, Lakme company. So obviously the youngsters will be using that product, right? So we can select them as our respondents for that study. So that is what I mean. One particular group, we will be making use of them as our respondent. That is second one. And third one, it is called as convenience sampling. Convenience sampling means whoever comes across, I will be considering as my sample. That is called as convenience sampling. For example, now because of this COVID-19 situation, the consumer behavior is entirely different, and I want to find out the consumer behavior towards buying their like a grocery or whatever essential items. So in that case, what we can do is we can just go near that chain stores like Nilgiris or Reliance or something like that, and then whoever comes from there, I can, who is interested in answering to my question. That is very important, right? So whoever takes initiative in answering my question, I can consider them as my respondent, and I will be, giving them a question and they will be answering to me. That is called as convenience sampling. And the last one is called as snowball sampling. In the case of snowball sampling, how it happens is, this is mainly through your network only. This is mainly through your network. Okay, take for example, I want to make a study about the effectiveness of the leadership during this period, or during VUCA, environment. VUCA means volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and agility, ambiguity. So in that environment, how the leaders behave, something like that I want to make a study. In which case, what I can do is, maybe through my networking, let us assume I have a good friend by name Naga, and I will send it to Naga, and what Naga will do is, she will nominate some person. Maybe she will refer Kala, and I will take Kala as my next respondent. She will nominate somebody else. Like that, each respondent will nominate some other person, and like a ball rolling down, we will be collecting details from all these people, and they all will be considered as my respondent, and I will try to do an analysis based on the data what I have collected. So this is what is called as non-probability sampling, where, as I already told you, depending upon your topic, nothing wrong in going to non-probability sampling method, but we normally don't prefer to go for non-probability sampling. So with that, I'll wind up, friends. I'll meet you tomorrow with another topic. Thank you.